All right. Good morning, everyone. Let me see. Where are we? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Let me just make sure you guys are on. You guys can hear me all loud and clear. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday, guys. Let's go. Yeah, final stream of 2025, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Loud and clear. Awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, gold with the huge sell-off yesterday as well, guys. Massive sell-off. Never got back above that level we spoke about. Tagged hourly highs, held that resistance, and sold off like absolute crazy yesterday. Coming in towards the end of the year, which was huge. Audio, video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years. I've mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back home with you guys. I do have my XFA up here today because it is the final stream of 2025. So we may see if we can make some money here today. We'll see. We'll see what the markets give us. I certainly won't be trading it on silver, but if gold does give us something, you know, I will consider trading the XFA. See if we can end the year off strong. Let's see. We'll see. Because gold has been having some, pretty crazy moves. Very crazy moves. We've been seeing massive moves on gold. You know, we look at yesterday on gold. We sold off about, look at that, 265 points on gold, 2,600 ticks. Like, that was insane. Absolutely crazy. I haven't seen that big of a sell-off on gold in quite some time. But it was very nice. Technically, it was beautiful. Didn't know it would sell off this much, but man, it was a absolutely huge short. I don't know if it was one of the biggest sell-offs of the year. What was this sell-off? No, see, that sell-off was 3,000 ticks. So it's not the biggest sell-off of the year, but it was pretty damn close. Pretty close. Now, when we see these huge sell-offs on gold, what does most of the time the daily typically do afterwards? You typically come down and re-grab the day lows. You close bearish, the next day comes down and tags the lows. You close bearish, next day comes down and tags the lows. Even here, you still grab the lows. Here, close bearish, daily comes down, tags the lows. So, could we be seeing some further downside on gold? Well, look at where we're at. You know, we've broken back below 4,400. Which is a huge level. We've broken back below 45.50. Let's get rid of these levels from yesterday. So, to be honest, any resistance here on gold, I would like to see potential shorts. With that daily closing as bearish as it did, I don't really want to be buying gold today, that's for sure, unless anything changes intraday. But right now, I would like to be selling gold. So, you can kind of see, you know, huge support found down here. Big resistance up here as well, so we are at two very big levels on gold. Two very big levels. Massive support bounce, massive resistance. Look at the way we held that 43.50 right here in the 4-hour time frame as well. Look at that. It's held that 43.50 level literally perfect, absolutely perfectly. Tied previous 4-hour lows, held 43.50, wicking all the way back above. So looking at this. Intraday, today so far, you're bullish. You've broken above, you held support, you're continuing to squeeze back higher. So there may be some intraday longs here on gold to maybe come up and grab some highs. Let's see. Could there be an opportunity to scalp gold? How big are these ranges? What do you have? About 50 ticks, not bad. Tag the lows here pre-London, close bullish, continue to push higher. I think anyone maybe trying to sell gold right now, risking off these highs, more likely to see gold come up and see if you can spike out these highs. So you may see some intraday longs before then you maybe see them shorts. I do believe we do have news today as well. Let's have a look. Let me turn this down a little bit. What do we have today? Today, final trading day 30th of December, we have FOMC meeting minutes today at 7 o'clock London time. 7 o'clock London time. We do have some news today. We do have some news. Silver, yep. Question: why didn't Aaron take this 5-minute flip? We've literally just jumped on, man. We've literally just jumped on. Haven't even had a chance to break down the markets yet. I haven't been sitting here watching the markets, looking for trades before we jumped on. I've literally just jumped on the markets. But yeah, that's a nice 5-minute flip there. Yep. Tag the lows, re-break it higher. Looks good. Let's see. We're going to get this 15 close in 5 minutes as well. So we'll see how this 15 is going to close. Looking like it's going to close nice and strong. And then, well, guess what? The next 15 is unlikely to just open and rip. What's the next 15 likely to do? It's likely to come down, create that bottleneck before we do see it higher anyway. Yeah, open the chart and just start buying and selling instantly. Instant into a trade. Final trading day of the year. Why are you not in this 5-minute like 10 tick trade or whatever it is? What's this 5-minute? 5-minute trades up 20 ticks. So we'll see what we get for the day, guys. We'll have a look at silver as well. We had that nice, I think we took like $500 off silver yesterday, which was pretty nice. Silver also looking good for longs. We had a pretty huge sell-off yesterday on silver. We took some longs on silver. Where did we take longs? We took longs around here, this 30-minute. I think we took a little $500 out of this 30-minute candle. You then sold off, pulled back, sold off, pulled back. Tagged a lot of highs, and then sold off like crazy yesterday into New York session. Look at this sell-off into New York. Silver was down massively, down like 7%, which was huge. Before then, yeah, what do? You found some pretty decent support, and now you've bounced all the way back higher. So silver, for you guys who maybe traded silver into New York session, gave some pretty volatile price action. Look at that. Tagged the highs, closed back below. Huge sell-off at 2 o'clock all the way into 3. Like, that was a big sell-off. You know, if you just took like one of these candles, like, man, that's a huge move. So we'll see what silver gets. I just kind of want to see this 15 close on gold for potential longs into London Open. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, Tim, but it's very big. It's very big. You can probably check it somewhere, but it's very big. Even 1 micro. 1 micro on gold is, 1 micro on silver, which is what we traded yesterday. 1 micro was like $450 in 10 minutes. It's massive. I do not recommend it. Don't even worry about it. If you guys are still trying to get the plan consistently down with gold, don't even worry about silver. I traded yesterday for fun. It's crazy. Silver's a whole different ballgame. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I took my first silver trade on it yesterday. I think it was like $500 in like 10 minutes. It was crazy. Never seen. Yeah, that would be insane, Chris. Yeah, that would be insane, man. Yeah. Sometimes it's worth doing that on a practice just to see the numbers, just so you can see how insane it actually can be. There's no limit to this game. So we're going to get this 15 close in 1 minute here, guys. 15's about to close nice and bullish. Look at this. You came down, tagged the lows, closed bullish, continued to squeeze higher. Remember, gold did close very bearish yesterday. So any buy on gold would probably be short-lived, but let's see. What do you have into the highs? 30 ticks. Not really, unless you can get a very good stop. I don't know if it's worth it. We'll see. That's insane, man. That's absolutely insane. Is that wait, is that micros too? Just like 7 minis? Yeah. Yeah, that's micros. That's crazy. Johnny in the chat, welcome, man. Good to see you. Could now call myself a consistent, profitable trader, all thanks to Aaron Trades. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Consistency with growth and component, my risk management has grown. Watching live daily. Thank you for everything. Amazing, man. That's what we absolutely love to hear. Amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. That's what we love to hear. What's going on? Amazing, man. Hey, Alex, what's going on, man? 15 close coming up here, guys. Let's see. It may just quickly whip these highs here on gold. Would it be nice to be in these longs? But like I say, we've just jumped on. Let's see. 15 going to give a bottom wick, or are you just going to tag the highs and then sell off? Let's see. Look at that 15 breakout. Beautiful breakout. 30-minute pushing beautifully. Hourly, look at that. Also breaking back above. Tag the lows, re-breaking back higher. This is a lovely, lovely, lovely push here on gold. I'm not going to chase it this high though, guys. I will not chase gold this high. But that's a very nice push. Very, very nice push. Just close 150 ticks. Nice. Where did you get it from, man? Like down here? Pre-London? 150? Yeah, somewhere maybe pre-London around the support. Came down. Tagged hourly lows. Started to flip back bullish. Even that hourly flip right now, yeah, 140-ish ticks. Huge. Yeah, nice trade, man. Nice trade. Very, very nice trade. I'll be interested to see, you know, if gold does give us an opportunity to buy up into these highs, fantastic. I won't do it this high. It would have been, you know, maybe down here or down here. If we just open and hit these highs, I'm interested to see what happens around here. Do we, you know, find some resistance and sell all the way back off, keeping in mind yesterday's crazy sell-off? Maybe. 4,400s are going to be a big, big, big level. But I think even if we're going to sell off, we need to trap out some early sellers first, which is what gold absolutely loves to do. So if we start rejecting from here on gold, more people try and short, more likely you do something like this, which is then when I could maybe give longs an opportunity. Nice. Up 7K on my Express. Think it's time to take my first ever payout. Absolutely time to take my first ever payout. Your first ever payout, man. That's absolutely incredible. 7,000 profits. Amazing, man. Take out at least, yeah, at least 3,500. That's huge, man. Absolutely amazing. Incredible. Incredible. First ever payout's amazing. Not only is your first ever payout, man, it's first ever payout ending 2025 off in a very, very, very good way. 7,000 up is amazing, man. I would absolutely say take a payout. You know, give yourself a buffer, 2,500, 3,000, whatever it is you want to give, and absolutely reward yourself, man. That's a great, 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 great way to end the year. Absolutely amazing, man. Let's have a look. Gold still squeezing higher. Silver's trying to break back above here, guys. If I wasn't looking for gold longs, silver here also looks pretty good. I'm not trading my, I'm not trading silver on my XFA, but silver looks like you could also continue to squeeze up this range. You have a bit of a trend line coming down. People trying to short this, more likely to see silver also squeeze higher. So I think you'll probably see some silver longs. You could see some gold longs. Unless silver maybe comes down and grabs some lows and then, you know, we can take it, great. I would prefer to see that on gold. Or if gold grabs the highs, maybe silver doesn't need to. Let's watch it and find out. Look at this before this run up here as well. Look how gold didn't really grab that many lows. Where was these? The lows from 505. Oh, it's all the way down there. Okay, so look at this on silver as well. Tag the lows, re-breaking higher. Even same thing here on gold as well. What does gold do? Comes down, tags the lows, breaks back higher. Tags the lows, breaks back higher. So now what are we going to do to the highs? Same thing. Maybe tag the highs and potentially sell off. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Would have been yeah, it would have been lovely to be in these longs here on gold. But like I say, I won't buy this high. It's way too high to want to buy here. The currency may have already started to even tag these highs. And remember, guys, it is the last trading day of 2025 as well. Last trading day of 2025. Let's have a look at NQ. Gold's kind of just going to tag the highs. So again, there you go. Gold squeezing the highs. So any early sellers there on gold getting squeezed out beautifully. Look at this. People. Let's say if people are shorting here on gold. Where's the stops going? Right above here. So what's your opportunity? Your opportunity is to buy up into where most people are trying to sell. So lovely run there on gold. If you guys got it, well done. I've just jumped on, so I didn't get it. NQ, let's see. How did we close yesterday? You got that beautiful evening star yesterday. Closed nice and bearish. You could maybe come back down and hit, maybe tag yesterday's low. Let's have a look. 4-hour time frame. Kind of, let me see, 4-hour time frame, some big support down there. Hourly's kind of already sold off pretty decent, which is what we always see on NQ. NQ is always selling off around 7 a.m. at London time. 6 to 7 a.m. London time, you know, NQ's always down a lot. So right now you're already down 70 points at support. So nothing of interest to me at NQ personally. But yeah, NQ in London is always moving early doors. Early doors, you always have NQ moving. And let's see how gold reacts around these highs, guys. Remember, gold daily is still very bearish. But look at this hourly. This hourly is potentially going to close pretty bullish here on gold. Tagging the lows, about to reclose, about to re-break right back above. 25,680. 25,680. Yep, right, man. We'll come back down here again. Got that around there. Where's yesterday's low? Yesterday's low is this yesterday's low? I think so. Here. Yep. Look at this, gold potentially going to close back below. Potentially. But yeah, we do have FOMC meeting minutes today. It's the only real thing we have coming up today. Yeah, NQ, yeah, that's right. NQ had an absolutely insane move at the open yesterday. Ripped up like crazy. Yeah, here, look at this. Held some nice support down here. You know, tagged lows and then absolutely went crazy. That was right. That's right, I remember now. That was insane. And then what do we do? Sold off straight back below. Ripped up like crazy, straight back down. All the way back up, all the way back down. NQ is crazy. That's absolutely mad. To rip up that much and then sell off right back down below is, man, it's huge. What was it actually up from the lows here up into the highs? Yeah, 162 points to then being right back down, another 160 to then right back up, another 110. That's crazy. That is crazy. It was a nice run though. It was a very, very nice run. Very, very nice run. Ooh, look at this. Gold selling off right back below here, guys. Maybe a potential short on gold. Remember, gold's overall very bearish. We're tagging the highs. We're breaking back below. So any longs, the longs was to take advantage of this. Take advantage of price coming to grab this liquidity. So if you bought on gold, this liquidity level is also your exit. Why? Because it's a potential reversal point. Because there's a level where anyone who is selling stops to sitting above there, so price comes up, tags that liquidity, and now this could be the point where you start to see gold come back lower. And if gold does come back lower, there is a lot of levels for gold to come all the way back to. A lot of downside levels. So this could be a potential short on gold. We got London open in 6 minutes. 30-minute close. Look at this, giving a nice big wick rejection now, so let's see. So if you guys were in them longs, that is your exit. And that's why these liquidity levels are so powerful, because it helps you to know where to trade into, but also where to exit. So they're not just random levels, they're exit opportunities. You know, you buy gold up here, where do you take your trade? You take your trade out here. Job done. And now we're selling right back below. And this is exactly why I said I wouldn't buy gold this high. For this exact reason. you'd be trying to scrape, you know, well, I mean 65 ticks. 65 ticks is a pretty decent squeeze, but now you're right back down below. So, to be honest, this is kind of what we want to see on gold, given how bullish gold, how bearish gold was yesterday. You know, following this makes the most sense. You got resistance at 4,400. You have support at 4,350. You never closed below 4,350. Weekly time frame still overall, you know, very bullish as well. Look at this, you're tagging previous week lows. You're holding. Look at this, massive weekly breakout levels. So I mean, like, does gold get bought back up here? Or do we break it, get a big monthly wick rejection and sell off into 2026? Who knows? We'll see. I think what will be very interesting this month is if gold fails to close above October's high, gold could come for a decent pullback on a higher time frame. You know, if we were looking at this on an intraday chart, and then sometimes you look at this on a monthly chart and you're like, oh no, it can't come back down that low. But look at it from a completely neutral technical perspective. Buying here in December was an easy month to buy. You had a big wick rejection in October, a bullish close in November. So what is December going to do? Well, it's going to do exactly what we just said on the 5-minute. It's going to come up and it's going to tag out any early sellers here. So it's come up. It's now grabbed October's high. So if we fail to close above October's high, we hold all-time high resistance. Well, when was the last time gold came back down for a monthly liquidity wick? What, back down here in November 24? Like, was that really the last time? If it is, that's crazy. Yeah, last time was back down in November 24. So to me, into early 26, I know it's a high time frame outlook, but sometimes it's good to look at. Into early 26, you could get some decent selling on gold. You know, even for price to come down and tag December's low, could give us some very good opportunities. So gold's at a very, very big make or break level today, guys. Last trading day of the year, you know, it's a big day for gold. The fact that we had that huge sell-off yesterday, right above October's high, is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, it has been so bullish, so it's kind of been hard to say, but yeah, you'd think so. Even if, you know, like I say, you know, even if we were looking at this from a intraday perspective, well, we'd be saying, what would we be saying? We'd be saying we wouldn't be buying this high. What would we want to see to continue buying? We'd want to see a bit of a liquidity wick, because that's what price loves to do. It loves to come down, tag lows before the end you can re-break back higher. So even for a liquidity wick into December's low, as a, you know, swing trade, couple of intraday trades, you know, it's a 2,000 tick sell-off, 200 points, which is not that crazy considering we did more than that yesterday. Look at this nice wick rejection. We've got London open in 2 minutes here, guys. London open in 2 minutes. Let's have a look at silver. Where are we at, silver? Silver, again, hasn't really grabbed the highs. Again, I haven't traded silver enough to know that it definitely grabs the highs like gold. But if this was gold, I would be buying this up all day long. But again, remember, we're still new to looking at silver. So one thing we want to note is if gold grabs the highs, does silver not need to? Or let's wait and see. Let's see. You can kind of see yesterday on gold. And you guys who were here yesterday, remember yesterday we were talking about buying gold yesterday into previous hourly highs. Well, if we look at silver, silver didn't actually do that yesterday. Didn't grab the hourly highs, whereas gold did, and then silver sold off. So there's something to potentially watch there. Potentially. We'll see. Silver still, silver definitely still scares me. Silver scares me. We've got London open in 1 minute here, guys. Yes, Wednesday will be made. Yep. I mean, this will be my last trading day today. If the market's even open at all tomorrow, I don't know. I don't think so. Or if they are, it'll very likely be half day. Let me see. Let's have a look. I imagine it's probably closed. Or at least half day. Where are we? 31st. So where are we? I'm trying to see metals closed. Yeah, I imagine it will be. Yeah. I mean, personally for me, I would, even if it was open tomorrow, I would be. I'll say to you guys, lock it in today. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, probably not. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Bruno. Yeah, so I think they are still open tomorrow. They're definitely closed on the 1st. No early close tomorrow. Okay, maybe no early close. All right. What are we gonna? You'll be on the beach tomorrow. I wish. I wish. Let's have a look here, guys. We got London open. We got London open. Let's have a look, guys. So, hourly closure here on gold. We wicked the lows, closed bullish, also wicked the highs, coming down for an instant bottom wick. Had a big, decent 30-minute wick rejection there. I think you may see gold find a little bit of support here. Although you did come up and tag the highs, the hourly did still close bullish. What would you be looking at if you're looking to buy this? What would you be looking at? Would you be risking somewhere there? It's kind of hard to draw upside targets. I will, yeah. I absolutely will be. Last day of the year, man. I want to end the year off strong. End the year off strong. Hey, I am happy to. I'm happy to trade the XFAs today, though. If something jumps out, final stream of 2025, and we'll see if we can do it. I won't force it, but if it comes out, I'll see if there's something for us. We'll see. We'll see. See what fun is. Gold does look like it wants to potentially come up a little bit higher here. Let's see. Let's see. Full margin, you wouldn't. Yeah, for the think about the content, bro. Think of the content. Think of the clips. Now we'll see. We'll see. There's a pretty decent sell-off here on gold. The reason I still think gold could potentially go a little bit higher is because this hourly's opening with an instant bottom wick. There's no real top wick. I mean, there's obviously a little one, but it's opening and instantly pushing down right below previous 30-minute lows. So unless we just close back below here, then cool, then we can go short. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if gold potentially finds some support here, guys. Let's see. Thumbnail ready. Scared? Yeah, I'm scared. I am scared. Anyone who thinks that volume is very low compared to everything else? Yes, volume is low, man. I mean, it's low to a degree. Like, you've already had a pretty decent move up here. You know, from this support pre-London, gold's already moved 200 ticks. Like, 200 ticks on gold is huge. Like, that's a crazy, crazy move. It's already had some pretty decent movement here. You've already ripped up, you know, obviously it was pre-London, so we weren't on yet, but you've already ripped up 200 ticks and you're already right back down, you know, another 173. So, although the ranges, you know, there's not much direction, these are very, very big ranges. So, be careful trading these ranges. If I trade gold here today, I'll be trading micros for sure. 100 tick range on gold, 1 mini, it's $1,000. Like, that's a big range. That's a big, big range. Look at this, gold getting sold off here, guys. Gold getting sold off here. I just want to see a little bit of a top wick to be able to short this. If we had wicked up, grabbed some highs and broke out, you know, I would have shorted down to these lows, but you're opening and just instantly selling off here. It's kind of tough. NQ moving higher. Silver selling off. Yeah, nice bounce on NQ. Very nice bounce on NQ. Did you hold off from the shorts, Alan? Alan? Did you short it, Alan? Kind of right back at that support. Would have been nice to short pre-London. But now you got NQ squeezing higher. You got a bit of a... Yeah, no entry, nice. You got a bit of a trend line coming down. Maybe you come up and squeeze a bit of that. Remember, I'm going to mark on this current hourly high because personally I believe you could come up here one more time. personally. But again, what I believe what going to happen, two very different things. So we'll wait and see. But even for a bit of a pullback, maybe 5-minute morning starts, a 60-tick pullback. Even for the longs. Yeah, it wasn't too much. If you'd maybe wicked the lows, then you maybe could have bought here. But yeah, it looks pretty messy on NQ right now. You kind of got some support here. Then you kind of got resistance right here too. That's why shorting here pre-London 7 a.m., you know, that breakout would have been lovely. But now you start to trade back into here, is where it can get pretty ugly. So you kind of got two pretty decent levels of interest in NQ. So we've just hit these lows here. And guys, patience pays. Gold is moving, but just because the market's moving doesn't mean it's moving in a nice way and you need to be in it. Patience pays, guys. Patience pays. All you need is that one good trade. And that one good trade is always right around the corner. Or you don't get anything. Who knows? You don't have to take anything. Well, I'd like to get a nice trade. I've got a nice 5.2 thousand in this account, which I think I'm like maybe 1 or 2 days away from another payout. But that'll be into 2026. And then we'll set some, always recommend you guys, you know, coming in 26, set yourself some goals. Set yourself some, you know, say this year I want to take at least 2 payouts. You know, keep it realistic depending on where you're at right now. If you've never taken a payout before, you know, say to yourself, okay, cool. Coming into Q1 to 2 next year, I want to take at least 1 payout, trading the right way, consistently. What was that? Someone just flashed up on my screen. I need another 500 for another challenge. Nice, nice, nice. End of December's been good. Yeah, I mean, start of December was pretty shaky. Start of December was pretty crazy, but now, yeah, you are getting some very nice moves. It was actually, I don't know if it was last year or maybe the year before, where December was a really poor month for me. Mainly around Christmas time. That's why I just kind of take it a bit easier now. But yeah, this year it has been pretty nice. I agree. Let's see here, guys. Let's see. Goldie in a little bit of a range here. 15. I really want to buy this on gold. Santa's been good to us. Yeah, Santa's been good to us this year. He must have been good. Been very good this year. Been very good to us. Let's have a look. Yeah, start of December was very rough for gold. Start of December, you ranged for like 2 weeks or something. Yeah, from the 1st all the way until like the 11th, you did absolutely nothing. There was little trades within here, but the price action or the daily time frame is awful. But look, you wait for the daily time frame to break out. Look at that. Huge move. Absolutely huge move. Nice. Large size Nadia, nice. I really want to buy this on gold, guys. I think you can come up into this hourly open, but again, there's no bottom wick on this 5, so I couldn't open it. Sorry, I couldn't buy it. If this 5 came down and wicked the lows, I'd be buying here right now, but you're opening and you're right back up. I kind of wanted to play this little range here. It's like a 80 tick range. Half size, you know, it's like a $400 trade, but you're just kind of, you're just chopping here. There's no bottom wick on this 5 minutes, so yeah, I can't chase it. Yeah, you're coming right up into that alley open by the looks of it, which is a shame because, like I say, that's what we wanted, Goldie. But he just didn't give it to us. Trying to scout this 5 minute here, saying it's already playing us. There you go, right back up into that alley open there on gold. Came down for an instant bottom wick, no much of a top wick, you're straight back higher. Let's have a look. How would we buy silver? Let's have a look. How would we buy silver? Silver is looking nicer than gold. The only reason I think silver's looking nicer than gold is you just tagged 30-minute lows and you haven't yet grabbed the highs. So silver did just kind of hit the lows. So you just hit 30-minute lows. If I wanted to buy it, well, let's just see, because this, you know, this is our range right here. Here's our range. Very simple. Here's our highs. Here's our lows. We've tagged the lows of the range. Could we come for the highs? Yes, we could. But right now, we are literally in the middle of this range. We are right in the middle of this range. Just measure it quickly. 50%, we're basically around the middle of the range. So do we want to get stuck in the middle of the range? Not really. We probably would be trading the highs or the lows. Or if we get a bit of a decent breakout, then would this range be worthwhile trading? Like from here to here? Yeah, it could be worthwhile. It's a pretty decent range. Let's see. I would like to be buying, there you go. Gold right back up to that hourly open price there. Why 100k over 50s? Don't know really, to be honest. I just like the initial drawdown. But no real preference. I traded 50s for a lot. I don't really mind too much, to be honest. I trade pretty similar size either way. You can make great payouts and great consistent gains trading 50s, which I would say, to be honest, yeah, is what you actually should be focusing on more. Let's see. Silver, I think we need to be a little bit careful. Obviously, silver moves big, so if we're going to trade silver, we want the good opportunities. Do I think there's a good opportunity right now in silver? Not really. I think gold's nicer. We can manage our risk better on gold. How do you find traveling and trading? I plan on doing it next year full time. Nervous but excited. Nice, that's good, man. Nervous but excited's good. You know, when I first, I first took the leap into traveling and trading like 5 years or something ago. 5 years ago or something crazy, which is insane. I was very nervous, man. I was extremely nervous. Taking that risk, it's a pretty big leap. But, you know, at that stage in my life, I didn't really have anything to lose. And I don't think you have anything to lose at any point, you know. Most of my friends, when they left school and, you know, they went backpacking around the world with, you know, no income, no backup. You know, people go backpacking and traveling all the time. So I pretty much just looked at it the same way. I'm like, if I go take the leap into traveling and trading full time and it doesn't work and I have to go back home, I just had the best like 6 months to a year of my life that I will absolutely never regret. You know, people don't go backpacking and regret that, you know? So the best way to look at it is like, there's nothing to lose from this. I always said to myself, you know, if this doesn't work out and I have to go back home, the same people are going to be at home, the same job's going to be at home, and nothing's going to change. The only thing that is going to change is the fact that I actually gave something a try, whereas most people are too scared to even try. So being nervous but excited is good, man. Nervous but excited is good. Just, you know, don't put any pressure on yourself. Treat it like, you know what, I'm going for an extended holiday and I'm going to focus on trading more. That's the only way I looked at it. I wasn't really too focused on, oh no, that's not true. Actually, the first couple of weeks I was like, yeah, I have to make this work. Like I have to make money because I really didn't want to go back home. Although I could have, I really didn't want to go back. And I actually used to say to myself, like, I'm not going back, I'm just going home. Never say to yourself, you're going back. You're not going back, you're just going somewhere. But yeah, I put too much pressure on myself in the start to be like, no, I have to make money, I have to make this work. And that kind of made my trading get even worse. So just, you know, like I say, look at it from that perspective. You know what? I'm going traveling. I know for a fact when I get to my end years in life, I'm never going to look back and go, oh, I really regret taking a leap into traveling and trading. Of course not. So there's nothing to lose from it. The only thing you have to lose is by not giving it a try. You know, obviously not everyone's in that situation to give it a try, but if you're young, you're getting into trading, you know, give it a try. Why not? Like I say, my friends went backpacking with like nothing, which I didn't really want to do. I like to be working on something. So once I found my thing, then I just did it. I was like, what's the worst that can happen? I get the best experience of my life. If it doesn't work, well, guess what? Everything back home isn't going to change. And I left home like 5 years ago. And I went back home this year. Nothing still changed. Nothing's changed. I could go back to the same job and see the exact same people. Nothing changes. I don't mean that in a bad way for the people who are doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, it just wasn't for me. Let's see. Gold kind of wicking out these highs here, guys. We've got the first 15 close the London session here. And you kind of see your wick and lows, your wick and highs. No real direction here just yet. 15 close coming in right now. Let's see. So it's a pretty decent rejection to the lows, but it's also a pretty big rejection to the highs. Instant bottom wick. It's tricky here on gold, guys. It is tricky. We got time though. We got time. Like I say, we'll see if we can end the year off strong. NQ have a nice bounce. Silver as well. 15-minute. Not really showing you that much yet. I don't think you can really see on silver is your tag and hourly 30-minute lows. And you haven't really grabbed any highs. So silver looks nicer for longs. You've grabbed no hourly highs. You've wicked out hourly lows. So if you've grabbed hourly lows, where would you come to next? Probably hourly highs. So silver does look nicer for longs. If you can get a bit of a breakout, maybe there's an opportunity. I'm a bit scared to trade on my XFA, but we'll see. We'll see. Nice, look at that. Nice, Stuart. Went for 2 years. Best time of your life. Amazing, man. Love that. Love that. Japan, cool. I've never been to Japan. Japan would be cool, man. Where's he? Hey, man. For IB high and low, do you use the 30-minute time frame for gold? I don't trade IB highs and lows, man. I don't trade initial balances on gold, but you could do it on whichever time frame you want to do it on. I don't trade it. Gold's too manipulated for me personally. I've never seen the stats behind it, but I imagine for gold in the London session it's pretty a bit all over the place. I don't imagine there's a statistic that it typically breaks the highs or lows 70+% of the time. It's probably pretty 50-50, if not like 60-40 or something. I don't know the stats behind it. You can have a look. I think it works very well for NQ. Gold personally, I just don't know if it moves out. Like I say, I don't know. Have a test and look at the stats, but it's personally not something I use. It works very well for NQ in the New York session, that's for sure. There's some great stats behind it. There's a lot of good tools to look at the stats as well. But yeah, it's not something I use. Silver still kind of playing around here, guys. Goldie still looks like a bit of an evening star. The reason I wouldn't short this 5-minute evening star is because look at the 15. 15 looks like a morning star. So it is not the cleanest in here right now. Nicest trade so far here today would have been this. Nicest trade so far today would have been that. Massive push down yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was huge. Nice, Alad. Good man, good man. Remember, guys, if you're over on X as well, you guys have some trades you want to share, you know, feel free to tag me at hashtag London Open, at TopstepTV, at myself, and I'll see you guys' charts. Anyone send any trades? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. If you guys hashtag London Open, I'll see you guys' charts. Where are we? Where's hashtag London Open? Where's my X not loading? Yeah, if you guys are here. Just at the Aaron Trades, hit 805 followers, which is pretty nice. I'll post some of the some updates. Where's Stephen? I've been slack on the hashtag London Open. What's going on? Here we go. Hashtag London Open. If you guys hashtag London Open, I'll see you guys chart some trades. If you tag myself and Topstep, I'll see you guys' charts. Goldie still squeezing lower. Silver still squeezing lower. mess in here. A lot of mess. A lot of noise in here on gold, you guys. I'm hoping we can, really hoping we can take some scalps and, like I say, end the year off with a nice win. But these ranges are looking pretty messy. Pretty messy. Maybe even a 30-minute, maybe 30-minute breaks out. Could you go short? I mean, even if this 30 closes bearish, look at what you're shorting right into. You're still shorting right into support. It's kind of tough. Kind of tough. Right into hourly support as well. Hourly support, 30-minute support, 15-minute support. Excuse me. My chart looks like a kid's drawing board. I can see you have a clean chart. Yeah, did you use any indicators in the beginning? Yes, I used a lot of indicators, man, but I deleted everything. I like pure price action on gold. Pure price action, I could pretty much trade a bit of a naked chart here on gold and just look at these levels and trade very well here on gold. Most of these, most of these levels here, I'm drawing here so you guys can see them playing out. Most of the time, I don't need to draw this high to know that this is a liquidity level. I'm drawing it on so you guys can see it. I could look at a lot of these levels because I've been staring at gold for a bit too long to just see the levels. The only thing I have on here is a VWAP, which I very rarely use. I just like to look at because it does get pretty well respected on gold. But yeah, I don't use any indicators at all. There's nothing wrong with using indicators. Maybe they help, maybe they don't. But for me personally, when I used to use indicators, I would try and rely on them too much, like they were some sort of holy grail. Now gold getting a bit of a sell-off here. Look at this, 5-minute opening straight down. So there's nothing wrong with indicators, but I would say get good at just being able to read price action. Price action works very well on gold, and it moves very consistently. Very consistently. Oh, thoughts on the Rainbow Daytona? Now we're talking. That's an incredible watch. Is it the factory one? They're worth like crazy money. Wait, which one? There's a few different ones, right? They're pretty insane. Bit too blingy for me personally, but they're incredible. I think they're like crazy money though. Now we're talking. So silver back down at the range, never really grabbed the highs, but remember gold did, so maybe that's something to watch for you guys who are trading silver. Maybe that's something to watch. Look at that, how silver never grabbed the highs, and again, same thing happened yesterday as well. Like I say, I'm very new to looking at silver. But if this was gold, we'd be buying gold up into this liquidity. So well, silver never grabbed the highs. Well, if we look at gold, well, gold did grab the highs. Maybe silver doesn't need to. Maybe there's that similar correlation between NQ and ES, where NQ can grab the highs, ES doesn't need to, and vice versa. So it'll be interesting to see if we just completely sell off from here. So sometimes if you're looking for an opposing trade, well, if gold's grabbed the highs, then maybe this is a good stop on silver. And maybe that is a good stop. Why? Because it's already been grabbed on gold. Again, I've only looking at silver for the past like handful of days, but this is what you want to be doing when you're looking at new markets. Be looking for these characteristics. So you start to see them more, well then you get more confidence to eventually start executing off it. That's how you get the confidence, is by seeing your plan play out enough to be like, you know what, I've seen this happen this many times, well, there's the edge, take the trade. So you got silver back down at the lows, you got gold back down the lows as well. Again, gold's very strange price action, guys. No bottom wick pushed up, no top wick pushed down. It's a pretty good reason for me to not do anything in here. Obviously, it's only the 5-minute, but the high time frame doesn't show me anything yet anyway. Nice one, Ala. Talk to you soon, man. And these are big ranges as well, guys. You get caught in the orange days ranges. These are big moves. So if we're gonna play this messy range on gold, what are we doing? I want to wait for at least a higher time frame breakout. Maybe even this 30. If this 30 closes like this, maybe there's a short. It's kind of tough. Very tough. Look at this hourly. Been ranging since pretty much since 2 a.m. London time. Doji, up, down, up, right back down. So sometimes it's very easy to get glued to this 5 minute, which is fine. You know, you want to play the range, you want to scalp the range. But I'm not really looking for trades like that. I'm looking for better opportunities, especially on the last trading day of the year. Even this 15, look at this 15, huge wick rejection, straight back down. Like I'm a 5-year-old, I'm not ChatGPT. Can you break down your correlation between currency chart and gold like I'm a 5-year-old? Is that a ChatGPT prompt or what? So that's something people put to ChatGPT. I'm not ChatGPT. I don't know how to talk to 5-year-olds. Probably need a couple more minutes then, to be honest. What would you say is the biggest 2 mistakes you've made in 2025 so we can learn from it? Biggest mistakes in 2025, which is exactly what I'm not doing right now, is not waiting for my high time frame to show me something. Is getting too glued into the 5 minute. One of the biggest changes I've made in 2025 is actually staying disciplined to wait for a 30-minute close. Yeah, not buying silver and gold in January. That's mistake number one. But yeah, the biggest intraday mistake that I have made in 2025, which I'm staying very, very disciplined to, is just simply waiting for a 30-minute or hourly candle to close before I drop down to low time frame. Like right now on gold, you know, there's no real, like previous 15 tagging the highs, tagging the lows, wick rejections. There's no higher time frame breakout in here, and that's one of the biggest takeaways, is knowing when to trade and knowing when not to trade. You guys have to remember, you know, you could take a handful of trades a week and be making great returns. You don't need to be in every single up and down tick of the markets. But if you wait for the markets to break out and then you take your trade, as opposed to trying to predict in here, look at that. You try and predict here, you get rinsed all day. You wait for the high time frame to close, and then you take your trade. It's like, man, the markets are so much easier to trade than you think. You just have to be able to wait for the good opportunities. So the biggest takeaway for me is staying very disciplined to waiting for my high time frame candle to close, which is hard. You know, like I'm trying to take trades here on stream with you guys, but my best trades this year have been, I mean, which might come in 2 minutes. My best trades this year are when the hourly and 30-minute are showing me clear direction, and then I drop down to the 5 minute and then take my trade, rather than, you know, opening your charts, going straight to the 5 minute and trying to pick direction and getting chopped up all day long. So biggest thing is focus on that higher time frame. Let the higher time frame break out and then just follow the markets. Same as yesterday. Let the higher time frame break out and just follow it. You know, don't be so focused on always trying to fight the markets. If you don't know what's going to happen when the markets are ranging, that's okay. Just accept it and wait. Let the markets break out and then take your trade. Like I say, my best trades this year have all been based off having higher time frame confirmation. Yeah, so you're right back down that view up now, which is a real shame because I would have loved to have shorted this on gold. But there was just no, exactly what I'm saying right now. There was no 15 closure, there was no 30-minute closure, and you're right back down. Which, this could be the 30-minute closure. Look at this. You've been ranging on gold for this whole entire morning. Well, maybe this is the actual breakout. You've grabbed the highs, now price is breaking out. Oh, cool. Isn't it now time to take our opportunity based on everything that we're saying? Very well could be. Very well could be. And the best thing to, the best way to trade gold is letting them high time frame candles close. There's the best way to trade gold. Not getting too focused on, you know, sitting here watching every single candle go up and down. Let your candle, high time frame candle closes and close, and then just follow the markets. Like even right now here on gold, you could just wait for hourly to break the support, close bearish, and you could maybe get a very decent short all the way down into here on gold. Let's see, if we get a top wick here on this 30-minute candle, I might look for a bit of a short here. It's a decent 30-minute breakout, which is kind of everything that we're saying so far. Looking back, this looks really nice in the 5 minute. You know, you grabbed highs, pulled back, you got short, but in real time, there was no reason for me to short this. Look at this sell-off here on gold, guys. Wow, look at this. Right back down at support now. Right back down at support. And I think we're back down another 200 ticks. Unfortunately, guys, I don't think I'm going to trade here today. I would have loved to have got this short, but by the time this 30-minute candle is breaking out, look how much we're already down. Look at this. We're already down 200 ticks. Do I want to start chasing this when we're already down 200 ticks? Not the easiest of price actions today, guys. Not the easiest of reads here on Goldie. If I start chasing this now, where's my stop? Where's my stop loss? I start shorting here, or where do I risk off? What, all the way up there to what? To squeeze out a couple of ticks? Again, look at that, silver. That's probably the biggest key takeaway from today and yesterday, is the fact that if gold grabbed the highs, silver potentially doesn't need to. We saw it yesterday, we've seen it here again today. So to me, that's worth more than a certain dollar amount. Like, that's a very key takeaway that we've seen the past 2 days looking at silver. Brilliant. It already has, to be honest. It already is. It's already down. Very, very decent amount. So, with that being said, guys, as much as I really wanted to take a trade to end the year off strong here, I don't think I'm going to do it, guys. I'm not going to do it. I would have loved to have shorted this on gold. It kind of did exactly what I want. You know, it found support, hit hourly highs, and then sold off. There just wasn't really any reason for me to do that. So I think we're going to lock it out for the day, and we're going to say goodbye to 2025. It's been an absolutely incredible year. I appreciate you guys who have been here for this year. We just started the streams this year on Topstep, and hopefully you guys are taking value from these streams. Remember, it's not a signal copying service. I'm here to educate you guys and show you value. So I appreciate you guys who have been here throughout 2025. And in 2026, we're going to absolutely crush it as well. So have an amazing New Year's Eve. I will see you guys on Friday into 2026. Have an amazing end of the year, guys. And I'll see you all on Friday. Trade safe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.